Imperial Javelins. A long-time favourite unit of mine. Even in the day when they had 2 throws of ammunition, they were my favourite. The instant kill potential, the synergy with dual blades. But now, things have changed. They're now a solid melee unit. Let's have a look at their mastery. Right, now we've got the cinematically emotional intro out the way. These are my Imperial Javs. And now I go out my way to put the best doctrines in these. Anytime I do the Doctrine Alchemy, I really want like the best Jav doctrines. As I said in my emotional intro, been my favourite unit for a really long time, and obviously just been given mastery. But before we get there, we'll look at the veterancy line, we'll look at the doctrines, and then we'll go into the mastery. So, veterancy wise, we've got I go now because of the mastery. I go top line in my veterancy. I used to go bottom with Clockwork just to get their faster throws out. But now I want Flying Shield to be used as much as possible. I want as much damage on Flying Shield. So we now go here. I did think potentially of getting rid of a few more of these and going for the attacking days, but I'm not sure this is actually working at the moment. So yeah, so this is what we go veterancy line. Nothing major. Pretty much the same as everyone else will be going now. In terms of doctrines, we are looking at an Epic Javelin Doctrine 2, that's 60 piercing damage and 180 piercing penetration. We have a Javelin Doctrine with increased Javelin damage by 250, increased ammunition by 20. Really nice. I'm waiting to get the one version up from this that gives 30 ammunition. That would be really nice. Then we have a Javelin Doctrine 5 that increases Javelin's block break by 300 points and increases the piercing damage by 100. Just keep in your memory all the extra piercing damage we've got. And now this is the one that I'm probably going to get rid of for a tier 5 defense doctrine. It basically has 80 to all stats, to all defensive stats, 80 points, and it reduces damage taken by 6%, I believe, or 4%, or 5%, one of those. But I'm going to put that in because now we're taking these guys a lot more to melee. I feel like I need to be a little bit more tanky. And then we've just got a tier 2 unit damage doctrine that will be changed once I get some Lotus Water for this one here. Just for that extra little bit. Just every little helps. So that's our doctrines. Now into the mastery. Okay, so mastery, what we get here is we get some extra piercing damage, 160, some extra piercing penetration, 200. Increased melee damage against infantry by 400, that's really nice. Increases range damage against cavalry by 400, I mean that's okay if you can hit them. Now this is the big one, unlock Flying Shield. Right, Flying Shield, we've always had Flying Shield. If you go top line, you can unlock it and they automatically throw when you press V and they're in near enemies, but it's kind of sporadic, and what this unlocks is a button for them all to throw at the same time that, as you can imagine, is quite devastating. Now the even bigger thing in this is that now it deals melee piercing damage. Why this is a big thing is because before we had about 500 blunt damage, so when they threw the shield, I mean it was nice, but it didn't really do a huge amount. Now they're playing with piercing damage. That means my Javs, these Javs here, almost have 2,000 piercing damage and have 2,200 piercing pen. So they're super high up. So that means their shield throws do so much damage. And then a Keen Eye down here increases the maximum number of flying shields targets by 2. So that means each unit throws 2 shields. So they throw one, it goes in, then it comes back to them and throw it again. So now you're dealing with some huge damage. So that you'll see, because we have some gameplay commentary lined up for you coming up now. So here we go. Starting the siege. Obviously we're going to have that bit at the start of the siege where it takes a little time for the enemy to get up on the walls. but actually this time I'm not going to fast forward for it because, yeah, it's just was a really solid full game that I was very pleased about. So we have our Imperial Javs. We've fully mastered them out. So now they get some extra piercing damage, obviously the shield throw ability that they had before, but this one is a button to make them do it. And if there's any dual blades out there watching this, yep, Skylark is not your normal ability to take, but I was testing it purely from a point of being able to run away from people. Skylark's got this like dash, and if you cancel it just after the dash, you actually gain some distance on a 6-second cooldown. And the other reason why I took Skylark is because it can't be blocked. So with the shield meta, if I want to do a bit of damage like that, you can do it. It's definitely not better than Butterfly, but it was more of an experiment. So at the moment, obviously, just waiting for the old siege towers and everything to get up, so then we can get on with using the new Javs. I've been having mild success with them lately. It's more just getting used to my my old direct Jav throw that was 3 and now is on number 4, and my shield throw being on 3. It's very confusing. So sometimes I'll go for the alt Jav, and I'll accidentally click shield throw instead. Gets kind of irritating. I wish there was a system where we could move those around without having to change key bindings, because then you change it on one unit, and then one that you were happy with, now it's wrong. So I just think they should make it like skills, where you could just move them to 1, 2, 3, or 4 just quite easily. But anyway, we're bringing the Javs up now. The few little engagements come out. We've got some Lanchnecks here. I'm just going to pull them up. Quite worried about a Treb here, but nice little throw. Get 6 kills straight out the gates on those bad boys. And now we start to being approached from the front. We haven't got too many sort of actual shields that aren't Javs up here, but I imagine as an enemy this would be nightmare fuel, because we've got 2 people with Imperial Javs, so you just don't know when instant death can go. Tried to do a snipe there, but clever chain dart dodged. So go for a little shuriken throw, and now we're going to go into a shield into the new ability, and boom! It's super nice. It hits really hard. You have to be very close. That is sort of the payoff, because obviously if you go close to these guys, they're not the most tanky in the world, so you can get them killed. Thought about sending them back to get some more Javs, but then I was like, I've got a shield throw. Let me chuck a shield throw out there, and boom! It's like takes me from no kills up to 32. It's kind of the thing I can probably relate it to the most is if you've got Onimusha and you click their 2 ability, it's kind of similar to that, how suddenly you just get loads of kills. It's a lot of AoE, but it's very enjoyable. But as I said, it's just going to be getting used to the changing of the buttons. I don't know why they couldn't have just put it on 4 and kept the other 3 where they were. So we go up for a little jab throw there. Probably not a good idea, because I do lose 2. Just a bit too many there. We got Imperial Spears there that obviously you can go through with the jabs. Like mine are fully... I've got the maximum amount of block breaker. I've got the best doctrines, but still it's very, very hard to get through the Imperial Spears. I even have the full unit on the unit tree. I've even got the branches from the Imperial Jabs filled out, so they have the max block break you can get, and it's still pretty tricky. But as we all know, Imperial Spears at the moment are incredibly good. But I was on stream last night talking about it, and actually, if there was one unit to be overpowered, I would prefer it to be a low damaging shield unit than having well, we have YOLO Cav, but you know, having that Cav meta that we had before, or the or some sort of super high damaging unkillable like VGs back in the day. So yeah, so here, see the supply. This is a little trick that I do every now and then when I got Javs, and I just stay, like, my main goal when we're on protecting C is this supply point. I keep my Javs within a very quick run to this point here, and you can just keep doing this with them. If you had Jav Sergeants here, you could do some real damage, because you could hit them without having to really stretch your distance. You'd easily be able to get them. The only issue is that the reason why I don't like Jav Sergeants is the formations irritate me. Imperial Javs, such a nice formation. So, but yeah, as I said, Mastery, enjoying it a lot. I was kind of disappointed when it first came out because I wanted it to be more around the Javelins. But hey, I went for just a auto aim there. Didn't quite work. Go for a snipe and big numbers straight into the back of them there. Into another one that's aimed. You should always try and be using your aimed throws unless you've got a direct shot on someone, and then you can use the automatic throw. But yeah, it's sometimes if you do the automatic one, it can just they throw everywhere if there's too many units around or units split up. But yeah, just going for the long range throws. Again, the range on these obviously is not that great, but it does actually extend a little bit further than you think it does with the when it goes red. You know, it's not actually at the end of its range because they do arc it up quite a lot. So we're coming in here, having a look at their push this side, going for this maul here. Tried going for a snipe with the Javs there, an alt snipe, but no luck. And now we're going to risk it. We'll whip that guy out with the shurikens, throw at that guy, and that's what I mean about automatic throw. There was no other units around, so they're going to go for the nearest target. Almost get them all lost by the Treb. We're down to 24 now, so that's still good. That's still good. But I am looking to try and get some more throws in with the shields because it's so enjoyable to use. It hits so hard. The key is when you do a shield throw, when you do a 3 ability, what you want to do is don't move them straight away. You'll see sometimes I'll move them too quickly, and actually they're gearing up for their second throw because they throw initially first and then they throw again. So it's definitely worth holding them in the position for that second throw. Try to have a little go on these shields, but obviously insta-blocked. And then I see in a second we see someone coming around from a back angle, and we'll go in for the shield throw that absolutely annihilates them. But at the moment we're just going to continue annoying them on supply there. Every now and then you see the numbers. You know, I might kill 1 or 2. It's just keeping their heads down over there. It's you know, not killing huge amounts, but it's you know, I've got unlimited ammunition here, so I can just throw forever. So it doesn't matter. And then over here, we start to see them pushing back up the stairs. So we're going to go for it again on the side here. As I said, I literally will completely bodyguard this this supply point. Now we're going in here. We're going to go for a little shield throw in a second. We go for the automatic throw because it doesn't matter there. We got a Treb coming in, and there's the shields. They go out. I move them a little bit too early. Steal that kill. That was not my kill to steal at all, but steal it. Then we got some Onimusha and some samurais coming up the stairs. I'm like, ooh, all my abilities are on cooldown, so I'm just moving back slightly. Hit him with a shuriken throw, and then going for an automatic just to knock that samurai out. And these people stack up here. We're sort of getting Treb, but I'll take him as well. I love the pinpoint accuracy of the sniping shot with Javs. It's so much fun, so much fun. And then here, they're on the stairs. This should be a perfect opportunity to aim it in, get ourselves some good thing, but actually YOLO Cav, come along and wipe out everything that was ours. And now here we go, shield throw. This is the pure damage of it. Everything around just instantly shielded out. It's so good. You got Captain America at your fingertips. The only thing is, I am going to change. I said this when we were looking at the doctrines, but I am going to change one of the doctrines, the ammunition, 10% extra ammunition, to a defensive doctrine. Some sort of really beastly one that I have got. That it's on another unit at the moment, but I'm going to change it. It's 80 to all stats and 4% reduced damage. So just to make them slightly more tanky, because the shield throw does so much damage that it is actually worth risking it every now and then and chucking them close by, and yeah, you can wipe things so quickly. And again, now we're just coming up to sort of the last 4 minutes of the game. I'm just going to continue to annoy the supply point. And you will see, every time I throw, if you look in the corner, sometimes we just pick up that 1 or 2 kills. Because they just arc it straight down onto the point there. So far, I've gone pretty well. This Nadachi's coming up, slow him, kick him, into an ult, into a throw, and there it is. I don't know if that was really the Javs or me, but yeah, that's sort of why I think they synergize so well with anything with a lockdown. Like Poleaxe can do pretty well with these. Chain Dart, definitely, they're pretty good at. They got very short cooldown kind of choke, so yeah. I'm just going to continue to throw. We're on 81 kills right now, getting that long throw in. I do see some samurai coming up over there that I think we might have a go at in a second. Another, again, we should land another few kills. Yep, we do. And now they're pushing. We're going to come in for another throw here. Aim it there. Sometimes when you aim pinpoint and someone moves just a little bit, they'll suddenly throw it at absolute nothing. I do kind of feel sorry for the enemy at the moment. We have a lot of YOLO Cav that I feel, you know, YOLO Cav, it's a scourge of the game at the moment. But we're going to come out down here, and I see these Roman shields here, and I'm like, I'm hoping someone's not controlling them, because I kind of panic there. I think they're going to charge, and they don't end up charging, so I'm like, I'll throw, and then I bring them in, and these Onimusha are making good work of them, but we come in with a shield throw, and instantly take the rest of them out. That is really, really nice. Back up to the supply, fill up my ammunition, and then we can start being a little bit bolder now when we because we're down to the last 2 minutes. This is the only unit I've used in the entire game, and we're up to 90 something unit kills. I go for a little throw here to see if we can pick up some of those Kreese rats. And we get one. We get one of them. We have a look around here. Nothing going on. I see down there there's some Onimusha fighting. I'm like, right, this is the last 1 minute and 40 seconds. We might as well. If we lose these, no problem. We've only got 20 left. So let's see what we can do. And we come in here. We see this guy getting pounded by 3 people. Place our jabs. Go in for the kick. Go back, go in for the ult, and into a jab throw. Unfortunately, we don't pick the double up, but it's fine. It's fine. We go in for this one. Hit him with a jab throw. Get him again. Get the double kill. Push the shields out. Little flick and throw. Hopefully, picking up a few kills. We're on 98 now, and I see a lot of commotion around the back there. Got half a tank of jabs left, and there's a samurai there, so we're going to go for a little throw. And then they're coming at me, and I'm like, why not? Let's go for a shield. And boom, we take the shields out. They stab me, but don't really do a huge amount. And we managed to take out the samurai there, or most of them. 120. And this guy's got the full epic schematic polearm gear, so he's impossible to stun. And we're down to the last 5 there. That I'm like, okay, let's just put them on V and let them throw at the back of them. And if you look, they're chilling in the back. No one's killing them, and we end up with like 1 or 2 left that are just devastating in the background. You'll see they're picking up assists, and they actually pick up a hero kill just with the last guy there. That's pretty cool. It's because that shield, when they throw it, goes through so many targets that it can still do quite a lot. And now we're coming to the end of the game. Last few seconds, almost die. Pick up a heal. And that brings us to the victory screen. That was a really good game. Really nice. Get a nice little vault, you know. Use that key, get myself some silver. And if we're going to take a look at the unit, 7 hero kills, 119 unit kills, and 969 troop kill score. That's very nice. Definitely got their value. Didn't finish too high up. We got 10 hero kills, 0 deaths, and 4 assists. So, yeah, really nice game. I am very much enjoying them. Very much enjoying the mastery. Was skeptical at the start, but I think it's worked out well. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.